closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The numbers for Zeke from last week: 20 carries, 107 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The Colts sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Now Jones. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Jones.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
A first down carry by Elliott, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ezekiel Elliott
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
Okay, ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Smith.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And that's complete to Adams. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw again on second down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He completes it to Boyd.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 16, Jones. Complete. It's Henry. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Elliott. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Jones keeps it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Daniel Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So here are the Colts to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, You have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 45 on second down, Jones. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
23 yards on the play. Inside give to Elliott. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 5 now. Jones. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Now Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Hunter Henry. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Gay is on for the point after. And it is now 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here from the 38. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. That's caught by Myers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you. And
well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Smith. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Slant pass to Boyd. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late. because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing again on second down. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it is 28-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it, and the Colts pick it up. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talked. The QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And now out come the Bills.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Geno. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Fielded at the 33. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass. That's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally.
Touchdown, Bills! From 6 yards away. And the Bills take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw.
Quick slant caught by Kirk.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
They're going to look to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on ESPN. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And here come the Bills.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Geno now to throw. Slant to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And Smith's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Smith. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Geno. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Smith throwing again. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault, because to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up the 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Brought down by Willie Gay.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Colts, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.